This is the Sungold mine. It's EC0079. It's part of the new Golden Eagle claim group owned by Joe Swisher and others. This is just to the north of where they have all the new buildings for the Golden Eagle. We're looking at the lower portal, lower adit of the Sungold. It's a wooden gate here that's locked. The sign on it there. Very new workings that show that somebody has been in here actively working on this. So we're looking northeast right at the portal itself, and the gated portal. So we'll turn around and look at the dump to the southwest now. Here we're looking southwest from the lower adit at the Sungold mine. We're looking right straight out from the portal to the southwest, panning around. We see there's some mine rails on. They're stacked up there on wood, and an air tank and a small compressor. Come around, see some mine cars that are just outside the portal on the dump. We'll get a little different perspective looking to the northwest and west to across the dump and get a view of what it looks like. Here we're looking west across the dump and at another dump associated with the lower adit for the Sungold. There's where probably the main dump has been spread out downhill here by a cat. That's straight out the portal to the southwest from the portal. There's another dump going on out this way with mine rails on it. It's about 100 feet from the portal to the end of that dump, and this one here's probably in the neighborhood of 150 feet out, where it goes down to the road that goes down to some new buildings. Again, we'll just pan around to the northwest. There's the 3 mine cars that we saw before. There's the air compressor and air tank and the mine rails. The adit is just right kind of behind over here where the portal is. You can see kind of behind the tree limbs there. So this will be it for the lower portal for the Sungold. There is an upper adit and some shafts that we will look at next for the Sungold. This is a continuation of the Sungold mine, EC0079. We're looking, this is the upper adit that's shown on the map. We are looking northeast and up the caved portion of the adit. It's essentially just a trench at this point. We'll go on up to see where it turns and goes almost east-west and forms a fairly deep trench where it's completely caved in. The topography is very shallow here. It's not very steep hills, and when they went in with the adit, there was not very much ground above them, and the rock was fractured enough that it just caved in. So we'll go on to the north and east here and look and see what the rest of the adit looks like. Here we're looking at pretty much the east end of where the cave trench is. There's some depressions, shafts of sorts on beyond this to the east, but this is where really the trough or trench where the caved adit ends. It's you can see it opens up. There's a small opening here that can be entered fairly easily into it's fairly shallow slope up above, and that will give you access into it. We'll look at a couple of the very deep caves on beyond this to the east, that just a continuation of where the shaft is, or the adit has caved in. Here we're about 30 or 40 feet east of that last shot where you saw the opening at the end of the caved adit. We're looking at what appears to be a stope to the surface, or it just caved in from the surface. There's no real dump around this. This is about 20 foot deep hole depression where it's caved in from below and sunk down. There's no real dump, so the material was not drawn out from the top. It is not a very safe hole here. It's very steep bank, and the soil and such is very unstable right around the edges of it. And again, it's about 20 feet deep and very steep walls. It'd be very difficult to get back out of a thing like this. So we'll move on to the east. There's another one similar to this on to the east. We'll take a look at it. This would be cave 1, and then on my map, and then cave 2 would be the next one. Here we're about 20 feet east of that last cave in. We're pretty much in an east-west line, following what I believe is the trend of the adit underground. Here you can see a fairly major opening down in at the bottom of this cave. Again, there's a small dump on the top of this one where some material is brought out, but I don't believe most of it. I think it was stoped to the surface and brought out from below. There's not much of a dump up above here for this size of a hole. This it's about 20 feet deep, again, about the same. Very steep walls. It essentially is bedrock on both walls. Decomposed granite and more stable granite on the walls, and very difficult if you fell in. Very difficult to get back out. So this will be it for the cave-ins on the Sungold. We'll go down and look at the dump from the main, where the main adit brought material out now. Here we're looking south and east a little bit, maybe a little bit to the west. It's of the dump area right outside the portal from adit 2 of the Sungold, where my pack is. You can kind of see the dump going away to the south. That we'll get a little better perspective of that. It's a fairly broad flat. It's about 40 feet wide and 75 feet long out to the longest beyond my pack there, where the long skinny dump goes. Fairly broad dump out here. We'll get another look at the dump going on out beyond my pack there. Here we're looking south along that long skinny dump. It goes out from adit 2 of the Sungold. We'll pan around to the southwest just to kind of give you another idea. Fairly overgrown top of the dump here. Not much to see. It's kind of difficult, but the light colored rock, and then it breaks and goes down towards the road that gives access into here. We'll go down there and look back towards the northeast at these dumps now. Here we're looking back to the north and east at the face and toe of the dumps from the upper adit at the Sungold mine. We'll move around to more to the east. There it's a long skinny dump that we looked at above there by my pack. Goes out that way. We're looking down the road that's access here. This goes on down to the main Golden Eagle camp where all the newer buildings are, and then we're on the road that gets the access right through this part of the country. So this will be it for the Sungold mine, EC0079.